Westconnex has proposed to build a smokestack just 500 metres from Haberfield Public School. Residents are worried about the tunnel exits, unfiltered ventilation stacks, and home demolitions that will devastate their neighbourhood if the Westconnex M4 tunnel goes ahead. Resistance and anger about the 37-kilometre Westconnex motorway is rising as the Baird government continues to refuse to release a business case to justify spending more than $15.4 billion on toll roads that its critics say will not solve traffic congestion. Community members have rallied their support for the No Westconnex campaign and are concerned that there will be a large smokestack that will draw all the concentrated pollution from sections of Parramatta Road into their suburb. The New South Wales government predicts that the Westconnex Stage 3, which links the M4 with the M5, will carry 120,000 vehicles each day by 2031 and will save each driver from Haberfield to St Peters 20 minutes travel time. According to the environmental impact statement, the volume of traffic on Parramatta Road between Concord and Haberfield should be 53% lower by 2021. But traffic could still get worse on some roads and at some intersections to the west and east of this section of Parramatta Road because extra cars will be attracted to the area by the motorway. Modelling for the project predicts a 2 to 7% general increase in traffic through the area caused by the toll road. The fumes are set to be released from a ventilation stack near Haberfield Public School. Roads Minister Duncan Gay said Sydney residents will get cleaner air and Haberfield residents would see emissions drop as the ventilation system will dilute air containing carbon monoxide, nitrogen dioxide and fine particles. Local resident Kerry Barlow, who lives within walking distance of the proposed ventilation stack, has undertaken extensive research into air quality and has discovered that the Haberfield area is already exposed to high levels of pollution.
We know that from the 31 community receptors that were used in the Westconnex EIS, Environmental Impact Statement, and they showed that the levels of pollution all around the community are already about, I counted, of the 31, more than half are already above the national standards for PM 2.5, and a lot of them, almost 50%, are above the standards for nitrogen dioxide. They're the two deadliest forms of pollution that traffic creates.
A community meeting was held at Leichhardt Town Hall to discuss the issue of air pollution. Members from the Westconnex Delivery Authority downplayed the effects the emissions will have on neighbouring suburbs, arguing that their predictions are accurate.
We're confident that these model predictions are correct because from the M5 East onwards, all the tunnels in Sydney have had ambient monitoring conducted around their stacks to look for changes in air quality, to validate these models. No signal from the stacks have been found in any of the tunnels in Sydney or any of the tunnels in Australia where the modelling has been conducted.
What they did admit in the EIS was that the current pollution levels will be added to. They say it's a negligible amount. However, that's stage 1. When they've finished stage 2, which is over near St Peters, that will have an accumulative effect of especially PM 2.5 and nitrogen dioxide.
Children are more susceptible to developing asthma, and their close proximity to the smokestack will mean they will be breathing in toxic air. After the success of the new Inner West Light Rail extension, the local community believes that public transport is a viable solution and will help people travel to the city more conveniently.
What we need is an integrated transport system or transport plan for the whole of Greater Sydney, okay? And that takes us right out as far as the Blue Mountains, okay? There's a whole heap of people using their cars to come into the city, which if we had better public transport, they would switch to alternative modes of transport.
These unfiltered smokestacks pose a significant threat to the health of both Haberfield public students and the wider community, and a lack of communication from the state government has left residents in the dark about what lies ahead.